Al King. It is very, very similar to the place in Columbia. And we're anticipating because of that to have a smooth transition. No.
Could y'all please pray for my dad, Stan Todd? He is still recovering from the repercussions of pretty aggressive chemo, and it's kind of led him to be pretty weak, where he needs a walker or a wheelchair. So just hoping that he recovers to the point where he can be a lot more independent.
Oh, good. So how far I get this? She only wasn't ready to get out of therapy. She really asked him to take longer, but I think they have certain triggers that I stay wrong. So anyway, he's not doing that now. Thank God.
Well, it's good to have Nathan back with us after a long.
She is getting that patient back in that thing. He said, I think we have a house. We're going to have a house and just in love. Anybody else want to our special career for our new youth history husband, Mr. President, Martin Levy, parents to game busters with our teenagers. It's not really shocking up to give them something to do. In the first place, it didn't treat and watch teenagers actually pay attention and grow spiritually, right? They were lives, and it's not really good. And so this is something that we want to make that kind of official. My family party, I can't understand first everybody, I want to know who she is and recognize where and where it's all tourism, taking care of our youth when there was nobody in the room, and then jumping in and just kind of recognize so that we'll all be praying for the next steps. The next steps are already lined out for our youth ministry. I know it's been a minute since they've been active in our church, and it's a number of reasons. I'm just grateful that we're seeing them get that. So it's very encouraging. Yes, ma'am. That's the Ozark Mission Project is done real. Since you mentioned it, I was going to say, Mark took it upon himself to call Ozark Mission Project and serve space, which you have to do a year in advance almost. Yeah. So when Mark called, they were already behind the 8 ball. It was too late. There's not any places to Mark explain the circumstance that they're coming into leadership belatedly. And they understood, and they reserved a spot for Piney Grove Youth to go to Ozark Mission Project this summer. So, and they said, listen, due to the circumstances, we're going to give you a team spot, which is about 5 kids and 2 adults. But they let Mark know, if you have more, we will make room for you. So, it's just already we're seeing evidence of God's hand upon Mark and Jennifer, and it's real encouraging. So, yes, ma'am. And if you haven't heard yet, then spread the word. So, they're getting back into fundraisers. So, basically, it costs, I think about $250 each for these kids to go to Ozark Mission Project. One of the next fundraisers is the chili cook-off. That's where everybody brings their own recipe pot of chili. and then donate that to the youth. It's 2 Wednesdays, not tonight, but next Wednesday. The youth will serve it up. We're going to vote by dollar bills on the best tasting chili. The youth get all the dollars instead of the votes, and it's just one way to raise money. And then in the middle of February, they're doing again something that we haven't done in over 5 years that we've all missed, and that's the Sweetheart Banquet that the youth have always provided for singles and couples. And anybody that wants to go, it's going to be in the big house, candlelit dinner with entertainment. My lovely already has some musicians in mind. Anyway, we're so excited about what the youth are doing. Okay. You can tell me.
Can we mention about helping them with food?
Oh, thank you, Rita. Thank you. There is a meal train. Hannah put it out there. There's a meal train. You can go right onto our website and find it. And it's a snack supper on Wednesday night. The kids eat with us on Wednesday night fellowship. And then they'll go with their evening on Sunday night. It's a snack supper. It's not like 4-course meal like chili or last week. The guns provided potatoes smothered in chili. There's stuff like that. So it's just a quick snack supper for anywhere from 15 to 20 plus kids. There's not a whole lot, but yeah, you can go on that. You go for tonight?
Yes, sir.
All right. Cool. Thank you for you. All right, let's pray. Lord Jesus, we are so grateful to be in this warm house of yours. We ask you to bless those that find themselves without shelter. Thank you so much for the churches and other ministries that are providing rooming shelters for those without homes. We pray that you continue to bless our food pantries that are filling the empty bellies of those that are hungry, but also that you as a church are able to fill the spiritual conference going on in our community. May those who are hungry and thirsty for you find sustenance in our fellowship, in our church, in our worship. Lord, we ask that same sustenance as we study your word today. Holy Spirit, come and be present with us to help divide rightly this holy word for us, that it might better our follow you. And Lord, we do lift up these for whom we pray, for our King in his transition, for Ron's Swisher, and his health, for Tim, who for making something up to come back and join us in class, for our sister Julie, and all that's going on, for both Andy and Lee Calloway and their health concerns. We pray for Stan and his overcoming the evil here and for all who are battling against you right now. And for our sister's sake, Lord, continue to restore her health so that she continues to be a powerful witness. Lord, we also pray for our family, whether they are here or far. Would you bless them and allow us to be a blessing to them? In your name, Jesus. Amen. All right. Anybody want to explain this to me? I'm so confused. Estimate. I think there's a whole lot of stuff. Okay, we want to go back over a question Hannah asked last week and just get on the same thing. What's the difference between a prophet and a judge that God has called?
The prophet's revealing what God told him to tell people.
There you go.
I looked up, whatever I read, it was what now. The judge was interchangeable with the term governor.
Yes.
That helped me so much to understand judges. I'm thinking judges that just take care of little disputes between people or groups, like a judge does now.
Yeah.
But back then, the judge was technically the governor. He governed those little disputes, but he also governed the whole area of the community as a whole. And that helped me understand.
Is that how it all right?
Judges, unlike prophets that told what the word of God was, the judges enforce that, enforce the laws, they enforce God's rules and the way that God wanted things done.
Indeed. They were governed, and I like it, like governors.
Well, I read it. It just said it was interchangeable with what the governor does.
And it's very appropriate for our vernacular governors. The word Shoftim If you want to spell that out, it's S-H-O-P-H-E-T-I-M, Shofetim. And it literally means executive leaders on the line of government. But before y'all allow me to come and be here as lead pastor, we had a family friend in Jonesboro, and they had a senior pastor or lead pastor. My official title was executive pastor. I pretty much ran everything. Made all the decisions so that the lead pastor could do what the lead pastor does well. Well, I made a lot of the governing decisions on there. And if they were too big for me to make that decision, I'd bring them to him. And then he would give the directive back to me, and I would figure it out. So, yeah, executive leaders, that's what they're about.
Like we have here, we have a county judge that ensures that the county administration is supposed to run properly, run efficiently, and take care of things for the residents of the county.
That's the way it's supposed to work.
He's appointed by the people, by the public. That's the way it was in the Bible.
Mike, those things go off after a certain time, or is just my computer?
Your computer went sleep.
Okay.
They should come back on, but
It should pop back up, I hope it does. I mean, that's the big deal. So, as we get started into the heart of the matter, go back to Joshua 18. Thank you, Mike. In Joshua 18 and following, the land is beginning to be split up according to the 12 tribes of Israel. Verse 11. The NRSV reads like this: the lot of the tribe of Benjamin, according to the families who came up in the territory allotted to it, fell between the tribe of Judah and the tribe of Joseph. A lot. What does that mean? It is exactly like the casting of lots. I'm just going to say that the issue with land, it really came up to flip on a coin. It's just a little bit different than that, but they asked God who was going to get what, and trusted that God was going to speak in the coin flip and figure out who got what, and so it was a lot of the coin. I don't think that would work. No, but that was quite how they said trust. Now, this is the picture of the promise. This is before it all got split up, and it just shows the whole Shephelah, that little crescent at the end is called Shephelah. And this is all when it's supposed to be split up. When it gets split up, though, this is when it starts to become disputed. Because there's no precedence in here. What do you mean you're taking them from our land? You can't just come in here and say, we lived here for a long time, not my people. Well, our God said to come in here. Well, I don't know your God. I've got a whole different God. So that's when the battle starts. And so I thought these Catholics that these Catholics that some of these Catholics what happens is, for the match that Coach Terry was looking for a specific city, and he found it in here, looking at some areas, under the city. Okay, where's the shot, where's the city, it takes some time to do that. But no, I'm doing this in the fact of, I'm going to this whole time and say, every one of your Bibles, every one of your Bibles, have these maps in the back that show the conquest of Philippians and Paul's travels and Jesus' travels and all that stuff. So we're just going to ask you, how many of have 5 yards just a more of those maps, those stars, and life? That's all I need. I'm like, what? How was it? Because yes, why do they have to do with anything? Well, this is our history. The judges and conquest of the land is like it. This is really an important part of understanding Christianity. If we don't understand Christianity as being an Eastern religion that we have embraced in the West, we will get so confused about what Christianity really means. Because a lot of the importance of loving neighbor as yourself, that in the Middle East, when you allow a stranger to come into your home, you wash their feet, you give them food, a place to stay. It's a whole different culture. So we have taken Christianity and westernized it. It's really important for us to go back to the heart of God's people Israel and then develop our faith. So move back to history. It really is important. Any comments, questions? I'm going to leave Joshua and get back to Judges. Chapter 1. After the death of Joshua, the Israelites inquired of the Lord, who shall go up first against the Canaanites? And the Lord said, Judah shall go up. I hereby give the land into his hand. I have a question. I have lots of questions. This is a big question. The Lord said to whom? What was this?
She had that question several days ago.
How long was this? They waited on an answer.
Yeah, me too.
They just asked him.
No, I couldn't find an answer. I know it's written, but you actually ask the question and you did not get the answer. Did you know that?
Whoever was Joshua's second in command.
That's if you ever stepped up, and that's not what we're doing right now. So, as a community, we need to know who's in charge. So I'm not the only one that's okay. If you find a good answer for that, please let us know. We do know the Lord says no one was listening, so you yourself go up first. Now, why did you do that? Were they numerically the largest? I don't know.
It may have been bogus.
I'm thinking there's a total.
That's Jesus' problem.
It is. I'm just thinking that there's a wholeness.
Well, the tribe of Simeon is surrounded by Judah. Yes.
So it says that they are overwhelming, and so when Judah asked Simeon to join him in conquest, was it kind of a voluntold thing? I'm really asking, because you just said there's the tribe of Judah surrounded all of Simeon, they were almost encircling them, and so Simeon's tribe was just almost absorbed into the tribe of Judah, and they said, hey, you want to go up there with us? Sure. Yeah. I mean, did they have a choice?
Well, if Judah was safe in his area, then Simeon was safe in theirs.
Yeah. I would think as a weaker tribe, if they want to, yes, it's a safeguard behind the needs, then probably that's what they're trying to protect. Of course, it was their lineage, because it's been allotted to them by their fathers, and it was protecting the family name. This is it. All right, so we're going to come up to the territory where we may fight against the Canaanites, verse 3. And you look up the 48 Canaanites and the Perizzites into their hand, and they defeated 10,000 after that. So, is that 10,000 number just a rounded number, or how many of the tribe of Simeon and Judah were there? Because here it has to be about these numbers. It seems like God's able to conquer a whole lot of numbers with fewer numbers. How is that militaristically possible?
Because you only fight part of their army at a time.
That's a good point.
They might have assumed Israel was weak and sent out the B or C team and not the A.
Ooh, not taking them seriously. Oh, that's good for you. Yeah.
John, I got messing in my mind. If we kill 10,000 people, or if that's what they said they should kill, or 100,000 people, and back then, there was no guns, and there was no cannons, and there was nothing like this, so if you kill 10,000, it took 10,000, almost that many to kill them, because most of the time you're fighting one-on-one.
It is the end contact.
I mean, you can't kill 10,000 with 10 men. I don't think.
And I'm going to go on to say, I don't think that happens on the battlefield in that day. We got scriptures that, one sentence they went to battle, the next sentence is 10,000 dead. How long did this drag? A while. This is, wars, this was going for a while. So if we're assuming that it's just instantaneous, it's not. There are cases, and we're going to read some of the cases, when there is a defeated before, the defeated and did this. But oftentimes it's going to be. Verse 4, we went up, and the Lord gave the Canaanites and the Perizzites into their hand. Then there's a king, Adonai, Bezek, they were shooting for him, and he related his God. Again, it's not what they were called king, and I wonder if they got repercussions of this, but it doesn't say.
It says they did it to 70 of the kings.
So what was the reason?
Tell them to do that, he told them to destroy them.
No. Now, he ended up dying eventually in this. Why would they cut off the corals and the big toes? You can't. That's exactly right. This is completely off balance. And you can't hold the sword. This is making him completely unable to battle. Yeah.
Mine says, it's in RSV, it says that Adonai Bezek said that 70 kings with their thumbs and big toes cut off used to pick up scraps under my table. As I have done, so God has paid me back.
So, what do you feel about that? You feel like God has just given repercussions for what he did to those who he conquered? It seems as though, yes. Remember what the eye for an eye, thank you, Scott, that's what I was fishing for. A law back here was an eye for an eye. But the measure that you get, you're going to get back. That's what it's saying. And he's recognizing this is just. Now, if he did this to 70 kings, Or is that just a number that he kind of throws out, kind of about number? Most theologians think it's the latter, just a kind of about number. It didn't necessarily cut off the toes and toes and 70 kings, but it's just a roundabout number.
Okay, so if that's a roundabout number, is the 10,000 or whatever that was back there, is that just a?
In my opinion, that, yes, I believe it's just a roundabout number. I think when it gets into specificity, God will give a very specific number. Otherwise, we're just giving it to our comments. But, it's just my opinion.
Just like the base guy, over there where they're having a fight in Palestine, they are finding 50, 60, 70 every day. They don't know how many were killed.
Exactly. They just give a roundabout number. So it just helps us to know it's a roundabout number. It's way more than 100 and 1,000. But it's not 100,000. Verse 8. And the people of Judah fought against Jerusalem and took it. So it says earlier that they fought against Jerusalem as well. Why did they fight against Jerusalem?
They haven't run out of people yet.
Canaanites are living there. They got to get them out of there. And then verse 10, Judah went up against the Canaanites who lived in Hebron, and they defeated. Anybody want to take a stab at those names? Ishai, Ahiman, and Talmai. Who are these people and do they make a difference?
Well, they're local kings and some of us.
Go more than that. Say verse 1 in it's further ahead. Where the sons of Anak are conquered. I was just looking ahead to see what it is. These are the sons of Anak. These are the giants. Yes. These are the giants. Can you look at the picture? I'm looking at where we have one just a little bit later on that we see this, that the sons of Anak also were conquered, but I guess it's further than realized. Okay. So that, these are the three giant sons of Anak. The Anakim. Now,
Joshua 15:13 talks about.
there you go, folks. That's good. About the sons of Anak here? That's the piece of that. The three sons of Anak. And then verse 11 picks up, they went out against the inhabitants of Tyre, who were known as Kiriath Sepher. I had to look up what Kiriath is. You know what Kiriath means? City. I didn't know that, it just means city. So, Kiriath Sepher, Christians will love this, is the city of books. Right, I didn't even like that. City of books. So they defeated the city of books. Yes. Kiriath Sepher. Then in verse 12, and then Caleb says. Now, where did Caleb get on the scene here?
Maybe he was the one that.
Thank you, Scott. That's what I was wishing. I didn't want to presuppose very young, but all of a sudden Caleb's like in charge. Like, where did that come from? I don't think that the author had to include that the Lord said to Caleb, but I wrote 2 sentences. I think that's who he was talking to. I think who's the two good spies that went over into the Joshua and Caleb. There's Joshua. He said, he left. It doesn't say it. but I think it's Caleb.
But that was also, I just Googled this, that was also the land that Caleb was giving as his inheritance.
That's Caleb's inheritance.
So it was his duty or his right to clear it.
He's giving it to whoever conquers it. That's,
Yeah.
yes,
It is to give it.
it's his to give away. And who does he give it away to? This could be,
His daughter
it could be his brother, could be his cousin, could be there's a whole lot of connections in here. But we do know that he gave his daughter to whoever conquered it.
Why do we need to know that?
Well, that's a really good question.
I mean, that's just like all of a sudden in this story about battles and property, and all of a sudden they put in this little paragraph about that.
No.
family lines were important.
That,
Family lines were
they were important, but the importance was why I believe it. I think if we require historians about biblical history, we're going to find later on a connection to this, to like their children, that ends up bringing everything together. Like when we get into the judges, we're going to find out that there's one of the judges' mom that runs things, and he kindly his predecessor from having to say so. And so this is, again, probably more history that we have in our scriptures, but there's more than meets the eye.
Well, see, he just told us it's gonna end up, the Bible was gonna be read for next. He is writing down what he knew. He's a historian.
Yeah.
He knew this, so he's writing it down.
But I
The
have,
first judge is from that line.
The first judge
Yeah.
is from that line. Well, there you go. That's why the importance is.
well, one of my footnotes says that he offered his daughter in marriage to whoever could be victorious over them, and that was a way of his paying the bride costs. If he had a victory,
That's the
he
reality.
didn't have to pay the bride.
Yeah, getting up in that, here's the land. Yeah, it really didn't cost him anything, but the land still stayed in the family, so to speak. Yeah. All right, are we ready to move on? So, verse 16 is another point of confusion. The Egyptians, Jehoiada, the Kenite, and the father-in-law. This is the first time that I've seen his father-in-law described as Jehoiada. I know Hillel, I know that name. I also know Jethro. I just don't know this name so bad. Anybody else can like him?
How many wives did Moses have?
I mean, wives that look like that? What?
I mean, it's just his father-in-law, so that means there's more than one father-in-law.
I didn't even get that. I thought but you're right. You got something in?
I was wondering if it could have been a different language version of that name.
That's not a bad interpretation, to be honest. You're right.
He had another name though. It's Jethro.
Jethro and Reuel. I know that those were in Exodus, but I hadn't seen all that stuff here. And mine has a superscript that says most of the ancient documents don't have that in there. And that's in there, that's what mine says, most ancient manuscripts don't even include him, it says the Kenite. So if you go to this verse 17, because from Senate, they defeated the Canaanites, and then they devoted it to destruction. What does that mean? They raised it to the ground. In this case, they did what God told them to do. They of the people that were there before. They drove them out of the building, and the house was destroyed. The buildings and the buildings, nothing was left. There was one instance where they did exactly what God said, right?
This town, one out or whatever it's called, is in Cinnamon.
It's in,
It's in Cinnamon, it's in the Cinnamon area.
yeah. So, you can say, here you go, okay. See, can you point out the city into the bucket? Where's the city in here?
It is to the, west of the Dead Sea, at the bottom of the Dead Sea.
Beyond the Dead Sea,
Just to the left of the, south of the Dead Sea, way to the left. Close to Yeshua, let's go with that.
way far south,
No,
or just west of it.
west of the bottom of the Dead Sea. See?
There it is. There it is. Okay, I finally pulled it up. Thank you. It's right here. Simeon. Yes, yes. Simeon, Beersheba is just to the north. By the way, this Simeon, we were talking about why this was more difficult, this didn't seem to be, happening overcome as quickly as this area. This gets way more mountainous over here. And it's much more challenging. And this, south of the Dead Sea, is real desert area. This is semi-arid here. So a whole lot more money in that Simeon, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's worth much. Okay?
Kind of like North Dakota.
Oh, yeah. Freedom Day is in North Dakota long before we met, and I'd like to share her quote. She said,
Why did Custer fight for this?
okay, here's an important recognition. Chapter 1, verse 19. Chapter 1, verse 19. What's it say? The Lord was with Judah. Here's the point. This is overcoming the land, trying to get into the promised land, and God about that. If the Lord's not in it, it's not going to happen. The Lord was with him and started the happen. At least the portion that teaches it. See, it says he took possession of the hill country. He did. But he could not blot out the inhabitants of the plain. Why?
They had chariots.
What difference does chariots make? They were faster. They did have some protection. The fast was the one that you can cover a whole lot more area with the chariot. And if they had chariots, then also these had horses. And horses were an implement of the war. And so,
In chariots, they usually had a driver and at least one other person in there. His weapon was a bow and arrow. So they also had the advantage of fighting at distance if they wanted to, or shock action of running the chariots over top the Israelites.
So, if I can make a semi-modern take of it, so chariots in this time, global artillery, like a tank, fighting against folks that had a tank with folks that didn't have foot soldiers, it's really scary stuff. Now, we're going to find out later on that there are times when chariots are not useful. We know what happens. You can talk that up to God if you're doing stuff. So, there you go.
But Scott, not only what he's saying, they would sometimes, I think, put a man in the chariot with the driver, and he had one of his long swords in his fast. I mean, the chariot could go through a group of people walking, and that man could just kill people. I mean, could
yes, sir, and as Scott mentioned, they had signs to them, so you were protected as well. They might try to come against you, but number one, you had the speed, and you had the protection of the Spirit itself. Yeah, superior means important.
Well, I have a footnote that says, wooden vehicles with certain iron fittings, perhaps axles, like in Ben-Hur.
Very much so. And the historians recognize that the God's people, Judah and the rest of the tribes, they were slow to come into the Iron Age, whereas other civilizations, they were more adept in iron works. So up until this time, none of God's people actually had to use some chariots for the presence to make them. And
What are the implications of the statement, "The Lord was with"?
oh,
Like, so he assisted them. Can that exist and he not approve of what they're doing at the same time? Or if he's with them, that means he approves of what they're doing?
I think the latter, that the Lord approves of what they're doing. And when the Lord's with you, you can accomplish much. If he's not with you, you can try all you want. It's not going to happen. And it also, and since you asked the question, it's just my opinion. We don't know what a person's heart is. The fact that it's written that the Lord with Judah tends to have us turning to Judah having a right heart. I'm doing this because the Lord said to do this. I'm doing this because this is our spiritual inheritance. It's not a prideful thing. It's not an acquisition thing. It's a following the Lord kind of thing. I think it's indicative of saying Judah, at least the tribe of Judah, had their focus and kept their focus on God.
Also, they weren't doing exactly what God said to do.
Say again here.
My Bible says disobedience to God's commands were one of the reasons that they didn't get this valley and,
Yes.
and reasons they didn't get a lot of them.
Yeah, as we conclude today, we're going to find out the reason that they didn't just go and talk to God was their disobedience to God. Not obeying fully. Verse 21, the Benjamites did not drive out the Jebusites, but there's all these sites. Well, so many of these sites, and like the Canaanites, right? The Jebusites, the Jebusites, they're just the Canaanites who are in Jerusalem. And just they're given different things about the regions where they live. The Perizzites, they were more than the Canaanites. They didn't have a particular town in which they lived. The Amalekites, they were like the Perizzites, but they were more like robbers. They would come in like pirates, like anyway. All of these sites. Okay, so the Jebusites, according to this, the Benjamites did not drive out the Jebusites who lived in Jerusalem. So the Jebusites have lived in Jerusalem among the Benjamites to this day.
I'm still with you.
And they are descendants of Ham, is what I have written in.
Descendants of Ham, and we're still having wars. Then, so, here we go. Okay, so the next few verses is kind of outline what they did and didn't do. The house of Joseph, and that is the tribes of Ephraim and Manasseh. The two white tribes. They went up against Bethel. Again, the Lord was with them. Against tribes. Brian saw the man coming and showed us how to get into the city. He did show them in, and they took the city to the sword, because they think it was going to go. This is very familiar story. We have us, and Jericho, and okay. So the man went to that, ran to the Hittites, built the city, and named it. Y'all know what that city is? That it says it's the same as the city of Bethel. House of God. Okay, so it gives us what Ephraim and Manasseh did. But then, verse 27, Manasseh. Manasseh, however, did not drive out the inhabitants of Bethshan. Did y'all see that screen at Israel? I think y'all did. I think we did too. It's a fortress. That is a fortress period. But they didn't collect them out. However, verse 28, when Israel was struggling with the Canaanites and forced labor, but did not in fact drive them out. Ephraim, same thing, did not drive out the Canaanites. In verse 30, Zebulun did not drive out the inhabitants of Hebron, but then they subjected them to labor. Asher did not drive out the inhabitants of Echo. Verse 33, Naphtali did not drive out the inhabitants of Beth-Shemesh. By the way, Beth was Christine's house, and we didn't know that we named our daughter Bethany, house of pigs. We didn't know that. We just thought it was a place where Jesus was hanging out. So our poor daughter's named House of Pigs. House of Pigs. House of God. Bethlehem, House of Bread. So we have Beth-Shemesh is House of the Sun. And that's actually the place where Henoch was. Henoch, the place where Henoch was Canaanite for 45 was worship anyway. Beth-Shemesh or Beth-Henoch, but they did submit and enforce labor, and then finally that Canaanites did not do any better because the Canaanites pressed them back into the hill country because they couldn't fight them down on the plains and then often created that chariots do not believe it all the time. So, this is where we are. They didn't fight them out.
And that's why I think that going bad, go back to the immoral
That's why they did.
Canaanites are still living in it.
They put them in forced labor capitals, so they don't interact with them. And so we're going to jump over where we read last week to get started, and jump into verse 11, chapter 2. The Israelites did what was evil in the sight of the Lord. They worshipped Baals because they didn't drive out all of the Baal worshippers away. And they let the foreign gods begin to influence the worship of the one true God. And so that's where we pick it up next week. The unfaithfulness of Israel and what God does in traveling with their faithfulness. Finally, after 2 weeks, next week, we will start actually talking about the judges. But we set the tone. We set the tone when we know what's going on. Joshua died, the Lord led to the promised land, the plan take over. Here we go.
Do you think that God is upset with us for letting people drive the Christians? We're letting all these people with unchristian thoughts and unchristian ideas that they're pushing on us. Do you think He's upset with us for that? Well, we're not supposed to kill them, are we?
No, but we're supposed to stand up for what we believe in. And to say that, My opinion, Larry, since you asked me, is just my opinion. I don't think it needs to be my opinion. I don't think we're supposed to pick it or test that. I think we're supposed to do what Jesus did. He lived out his day by putting God first in everything he did. He could not deny that God was first and foremost in everything. When he woke up, when he went to sleep, imagine in his dreams. He sought out the last across the priest and helped him in every time he might point out their current direction of God. He would direct them to return to God and send him home. That's it. But Jesus never started any political overthrow of government and anything like that. It happened, but that wasn't his whole purpose. It was to get the closest back to the Father. That's all he did. I do think in America, we have responsibility as Christians to get focused back to Father God. And I don't think it's making a political stance per se, but here's an example of what I do believe we as Christians are responsible for and will be held accountable for. Sundays are dedicated to our worship of the Lord God. But we've got chaplain sports teams that we're taking our kids away from church, away from worship of God, so that we can go participate on a Sunday sports team. I'm not saying that we need to stand up on the street corner. I'm thinking that we need to do a proper witness of, as for me and my house, my kids are not doing that. If we would be ostracized by our neighbors and the rest of our family members, yes, and Jesus said, I have come not to bring unity, but division, absorb, I will separate real faith from what it looks like. So that's just my opinion. I do think we should be held accountable. Yep.
What was the next question? What was her question?
But do you think God is pleased with us if it's obviously not happy with us? If not fine, is God happy with us and are not following his directions?
And for us allowing those type of people to live among us. I mean, I don't think we're supposed to go kill them, but I don't know how you say, no, that is not Christian. That's not in the Bible, so you need to go with,
But, okay, I'm answering the first question. We're not called to drive those people out. We're not called to correct their living. We're called to be an example of what is right. And by example, we put the power back into the presence of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit will convict their hearts. But if we're right against the both ways, why would they even care about our opinion? So, yeah, I think we know the very, very specific standard. I don't think we're measuring up. That's just my yes, sir.
I think what you said a while ago about the traveling teams and all that, I think the whole problem of all that is nothing but one word: money. If you've got a kid that's average or above average, and they're already, he's in the junior high, and they're already saying, you stay and you got an education and then you got millions of dollars. It's money.
I can't disagree with you. And Jesus said it really pretty simple. You can either serve God, and you use the word, in the King James, commandment, wealth. You can either serve God or money. You can't have two masters. It won't work. Yes, ma'am.
Going back to the first verse of chapter 1, when we asked about who was asking the Lord.
Yes, ma'am.
A note that says probably by the priestly use of Urim and Thummim.
Right?
Remind me what that is.
The Urim and Thummim Newman, and the fly would crawl onto whomever. Yeah, yeah. And kind of golden holy rights. And yes, ma'am. Did you hear that? Dana said you could buy you a pair of Herman Newman on Amazon. But don't be using them to see whether or not we're going to keep the pastors in the place. Hey, thank y'all. This is lots of fun. It's really good. Doug Anderson, take a sip of coffee. Give us a prayer, please.
Heavenly Father, Lord Jesus Christ, precious Holy Spirit, thank you for coming and filling our hearts with your word. Thank you for Scott for leading us. Thank you for the many blessings that you bestowed on us. Give us strength, courage, and wisdom as we go out in the world and be a light for you and your glory. And in Jesus' name we pray.
Thank you, Doug. Chicken Alfredo with guacamole. Rodney's cooking. Yeah. Good cook. I don't know who all's helping, but I think it is helping. I think it is.